Hi, so I'm not even sure whether I want to talk about this topic, but it made me think. I watched, I saw a Teal Swan's video, and I watched it. I rarely, when she pops on my feed, I watch her sometimes when I really feel like it, and I like what she says. She says very good things, in this video about beautiful women. And I feel like I've been so brainwashed, and throughout life, I was considered, like in school, I was considered an ugly duckling because, first of all, I lived in an environment where there are predominantly white people, like blonde, even blonde, right? And as a half Asian, that was, I stumbled across a lot of racism and exclusion. And as a child, I really suffered from these dynamics, not just because of my looks, but overall, I was interested in reading encyclopedias since I was 4 and 5, and I was not interested in what other kids do, but that's a whole nother topic. But yes, it's like, it's a whole complex topic about this because, first and foremost, she mentioned a really good thing. People, um, people do not validate beautiful women frequently because they think that they need to be humbled, not get some validation. And especially growing up, um, people think that they should not, validate pretty girls or tell them compliments or stuff for them to grow up in a way so they wouldn't think too high of themselves. The result was basically no validation at all and just bullying on daily basis. And for me, it was also physical fights on almost a constant. So yeah, um, you notice throughout life how much people condition you to think you're ugly and to condition you to not think that you are pretty enough or good enough or smart enough, basically. And she mentioned that this is what beautiful women actually stumble across for being beautiful or be considered striking. And that's what you get. You get humbled constantly by different people. And one person mentioned very interestingly there that she didn't understand what was happening with her life and why she was experiencing so many mean people towards her until she saw how her sister was treated. And then that's when she understood that her sister, a beautiful woman, was constantly treated really nasty, really nasty. Everything was exaggerated towards her. People were being extra mean towards her. And the dynamics showed it, the difference. And yeah, more than that, not only beautiful women are humbled on a constant basis, they're also convinced on the other side that when they're called beautiful, that's the thing they should grasp onto because otherwise they won't be valued. And that's the worst dynamic to be in. In all honesty, that's the worst dynamic because it creates a dissonance, it's a contrast, right? On one side you haven't received any validation and someone rarely breadcrumbs you and tells you something once in a year or two. Someone decides to actually approach you in a few years to talk to you and tell that they think that you are beautiful and striking, and you're standing there kind of shocked and you're like, So I am pretty. It's like the reverse of Regina George. Regina George and what was her name in that movie? This is such a great dynamic when a beautiful woman sees another beautiful woman that is actually more authentic and just beautiful than she is. And she generates thought process as you are higher than me, so I have to humble you and I have to never validate you and or tell you that you are pretty. You shouldn't think that you're pretty because you'll be higher than me if you realize that you're pretty. I should make you think that you're more ugly than I am. And that's a true dynamic. This happens. Oh, yes, it does. People can deny this, as Teal Swan also said, people can deny this as much as they want to. And I take her words into account because she said that, not because I follow somebody's words, but because I agree with them. Wholeheartedly agree with this. Because I myself have experienced this dissonance and this contrast, at the same time being constantly humbled. And God forbid someone acts nice towards me in front of other people. There are immediate evil stares. And this is not someone, people will also tell you, oh, you're just making this up. Oh, you're just thinking this. This is because beautiful women attract leeches, narcissists, and just in general. So if you have a good energy, if you actually have worked on with like on your internal world, you have expanded it, you've gone through to the light and you've thought about these things, you have a complex inner world, that's the worst, because in that case you will attract and heal leeches, and they will want to humble you, because otherwise they are insecure and they think that they cannot keep you. They think that they cannot keep you. If you are going to think that you are beautiful, that you are great, that you stand strong on your own, they will think that you're gonna get away any moment. Any moment you can. Also because they don't want to work on their insecure asses. Plenty times they don't. And this is also the projection that they make, because they think that if they act this way, they would leave. If they were you, they would leave. They would leave. While you, with your empathy and your beauty and brains, you sit there and you remain. For what? For a leech to suck you dry, like a lemon, to humble you. This also applies to basically really just never being invited anywhere. And then you wonder why. Like, why are you not invited? And let me tell you what, this was before I became such a menace. As a menace, because gee, I don't think I am a menace. Like, seriously. I think I'm a decent person. I just answer people rebelliously with their stupid attitude, and I don't let them speak down on me, or act down on me, or send me bad energy. I don't let my intuition down, and I don't let them speak towards me this way. This includes exclusion, ghosting, diminishing, bullying. Yes, those things. I reply back, I respond to the energy that the people give me. This has been a pattern. This has been a constant pattern of the things I had to experience. But to go back to the core topic that I wanted to say, oh my god, I just saw bitch on my screen. That's amazing. Wow. Someone thinks I'm a bitch? Sure, for you, I definitely am and will be. But yes, anyways, beautiful women are also, if they actually respond to people's rude, bullying, dismissive, diminishing attitude, either quiet bullying or outright, forthright bullying, then they are treated like witches that should be burned at the stake. Because the attention goes hardcore. Because their energy is light, vibrational. It vibrates strongly, and they are attractive. They attract people, they magnetize them. And this is why it's exaggerated. They treat her like a witch that should be burnt at the stake, and also by other beautiful women who are actually insecure in themselves and who see other women as a competition, as modus operandi. And this can be both any sexuality too. Like, it can be any sexuality. Listen, lesbians diminish other lesbians. Don't tell me they're saints. They're absolutely not. And yes, just speaking the truth here. It's on people. It's not on sexuality. Okay? It's on people more so. Moreover, it's on people. We can speak about the differences though between men and women because they are biologically and hormonally different. They have different cycles of life, right? But there is a common similarity in the whole cancellation, bullying, exclusion, ghosting, silent and forthright bullying. Okay? And yes, this is just the topic I wanted to talk about. I don't even know what to add. I don't know what else to add. What else did I forget to add? This is just how it happens. And in the end, you're just left there thinking like you feel excluded as a result because, well, with all the attention comes great damage. You're also greatly damaged. And you don't even understand anymore. Are you beautiful? Are you valued? Or you're just there as an object to put on a shelf and to entertain when it is possible? Yeah, thank you for listening. This is just so happy and festive, I guess. And to add postscriptum, this is also why I made this picture first and foremost. This is the response to the whole bullying attitude, to the whole exclusion, ghosting, and, oh, I didn't mention that you are not invited to places because, um, well, life is about partnerships indeed and relationships with people, whether those are friendships or romantic. And as an attractive woman, you will obviously capture attention and unwanted attention too. And even if you don't want somebody to have their attention on you, it will still be there, and people will blame first and foremost you. Not the man, let's say, not the man, but you. And this is why you also are not invited to parties or places unless there's some type of a good usage of you. You're not invited. You are not because the jealousy is there and you might capture attention of somebody else's boyfriend or girlfriend. So that's the beautiful loneliness of being an either like how to say attractive woman who attracts, like magnetizing woman. I don't know, you might not even recognize your magnetism or your beauty or anything anymore because people humble you on a constant basis. So and we love the agenda of misportraying beautiful women to, like Till Swan said, as stupid. And there's so much agenda to this. Basically, yeah, as a result, you think you're freaking ugly because people have tried to exclude you and convince you that you're fucking ugly and that you don't belong anywhere, that nobody will love you. And people have even, like, I've received death threats, I've received rape threats, violence threats, and when I've been cancelled and excluded for the reason that I literally just said, that I think that trans women are biological males and that we should make a separate category of trans women as trans women, not like women, you know? And I was sent rape threats, violence threats. I was told that I will die alone and that they wish for me to die alone. So I was also called a pick me when I once openly, jokingly flirted on social media with somebody who wasn't partnered, by the way. Like, I was called a pick me immediately. Like, they called me a bitch, a pick me, and just incredible words. So this is what you get. And no, this is not because you're a nasty, terrible, horrible person. You become nasty towards these people after all the years of the bullshit, exclusion, terrible attitudes towards you. You being completely, constantly diminished like some witch that should literally die alone. You become a menace as a result towards these people. They act this way not because how you acted. They act this way because of your soul fucking existence. And that's also why I said with that picture, I'm not a girl's girl. Neither am I a guy's girl. I'm nobody's girl. I stand for justice on main basis. I believe me becoming how I became. A societal menace is actually a great thing. And only narcissistic people, insecure people, people who want to diminish me, to use me, to leech off of me, will tell me that this is wrong and or think quietly this is not how I should be and judge me behind my back, spreading rumors, gossip, and incorrect things about my character, how I am as a person, and that how I act is wrong, while putting themselves in white coats.